Now the first thing I did when I entered Greenfield Village was head straight for this steam train, the Edison number 1, with parts dating all the way back from 1868. Join me on a complete ride all the way around the village, and back here to the front once again.
Maybe you would have a little hydraulic that would come off the
Greenfield Village is divided into historic districts. The Henry Ford Model T district is first on the left, and we can enjoy a ride on an authentic Model T through the interior of the village. This is Henry Ford's birthplace, is the White Farmhouse, built in 1861. He was born there in 1863. He moved it here in 1944 from 3¼ miles away, which will be the corner now at Ford Road and Greenfield Road. Main Street District is where the Wright Brothers Home and Cycle Shops are. They're authentic buildings coming to us from Dayton, Ohio, built in the 1870s. Learn about the beginning of aviation there. Visit Mrs. Cohen's Millinery Shop from downtown Detroit, built about 1860. Next to her, the H.J. Heinz Building, built in 1854 in Sharpsburg, Pennsylvania, and Sir John Bennett Sweet Shop from London, England, all on Main Street. Behind the Ford Motor Company to the left is the loading dock for the Model T rides. Edison at Works is the next historic district. Thomas Edison is credited with 1,093 U.S. patents, many more from England, France, and Germany. On the village green is the Logan County Courthouse for Abraham Lincoln practice law, built in 1840 in Lincoln, Illinois. The gray building here is the rebuilt Menlo Park Laboratory. And the gold building we're approaching is Sarah Jordan's boarding house. Many of the men who worked for Edison at the lab lived there. It's one of the first buildings in the United States wired for electricity. Next to Sarah Jordan is Edison's official Fort Myers Ford Laboratory. Around the corner from him, the Luther Burbank Garden Office, the only building from the west coast of the United States, built in 1906 in Santa Rosa, California. Actually covered bridge come to us from southwest Pennsylvania. This is the entranceway into Porches and Parlors district. Here you can visit historic homes such as Noah Webster's 1823 home from New Haven, Connecticut, Robert Fosco, the Maddox Farmhouse, the Hermitage Slave Quarters, and McGuffey's Cabin all up on Maple Lane and more. The other side of the bridge and up the sidewalk to the right, the sandstone complex is the Cotswold Cottage, built in 1619 in Chadsworth County, England. We'll be stopping directly ahead here. This is Susquehanna Station. We'll be here for about 4 minutes and then depart for the First Street Depot at the north end of the village. Remain seated, wait for the whistle from the engineer. Once he gives you that blast on the whistle, that'll indicate you set the air brake and be safe at that time to get up and exit on the left side lane. In the village, dating to the early 1600s, the Plimpton Ranch, where Mr. and Mrs. Plimpton raised 7 children in that one-room building in South Sudbury, Massachusetts. The windmill is the Ferris windmill, considered the oldest in the United States, built in 1640 on Cape Cod. It was a gift to Henry Ford by his National Dealer Association in 1936. Next to it, the dark gray building is the Jagged Farmhouse dated 1754 from Andover, Connecticut. If you get the opportunity today, stop back, talk to the people in the building. They're in period clothing. They love to talk about life in this country before the American Revolution. Draft horses, those gentle giants that do a lot of work in Greenfield Village, pulling the carts and wagons and working the farm. They get their legs off the hard surfaces of the village, back out on the terra firma for 4 days in a row or so, relaxing before they put back in the service throughout the village. The 8-foot serpentine wall on the right side, built in 1953, separating Greenfield Village from the Ford test track. The locomotive pulling us today is the historic #1 Edison, a conglomeration of locomotives that Henry Ford put together in 1932 at the Rouge plant. The basis of it goes back to 1868. Wetland and wildlife preserve. There are some white-tailed deer, fox, and coyote back here. Various birds such as blue herons, white egrets, red-tailed hawks, turkeys, and geese. That blast of steam is a process steam locomotives go through to debris at the bottom of the boiler is called a blowdown. The Henry Ford is a non-profit, independent educational institution not affiliated with the Ford Motor Company or the Ford Foundation. We're supported by our donors, our members, and our guests. This field here is Walnut Grove. It's an activities field throughout our season. We do many things to impart out here, such as Motor Muster and Old Car Festival. But during the summertime, every Saturday and Sunday is dedicated to historic baseball, using 1867 baseball rules for baseball clubs are optional, not preferred, among other things. The buildings up on the hill on the backside of Porches and Parlors, the red brick building, Noah Webster's home. The large complex we're approaching is the Henry Ford Academy. It's a charter high school. Over 525 students attend. Selected through a lottery system from Wayne County, graduation rate exceeding 95%. The curriculum focuses on science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. The 10th, 11th, and 12th graders have classrooms here in the village. The 9th graders are in the indoor museum. When Henry Ford opened Greenfield Village in 1929, he wanted to convey the inspiration of the American genius to the students. With Henry Ford, it was always students first. He could be seen with them in the classrooms and on field trips. He wanted to inspire them through America's traditions of ingenuity, resourcefulness, and innovation, and we continue that here today. We're approaching 3 Pullman cars on the left. They are part of the senior class classroom. Small white stone building is the Martha Mary Chapel, a non-denominational chapel, very popular for weddings throughout our season. The name comes from Henry Ford's mother-in-law Martha and Mother Mary. It's one of the original buildings here. The green building is the Taste of History. It's a cafeteria-style restaurant, and connected to the little farther down is the white building, the Eagle Tavern, built in 1830 in Clinton, Michigan, about 50 miles away. We can experience a sit-down meal with the brewery public service. We'll be making a slight right turn here, heading on to Railroad Station, stopping at this Great Depot platform. We'll be there for 4 minutes, and then Conductor Marianne will take you up to the front gate. Remain seated for now. If you choose to get off here, it's a short walk to the 1913 Carousel, the playground, Edison Illuminating Company, the Detroit Central Marketplace, the Roundhouse, Smith Street Depot. Remain seated, please. Wait for the whistle from the engineer before you get off.
You are in our railroad junction at the very top of your page, the letter A. And this is our Smith Creek station, taking you back to the year of 1858 on the Grand Trunk Railroad, outside of Porches, Michigan. I call this the whole business of yesteryear. They have no idea about this. Thanks, guys. Come on back and find out what happened to a young man here, and who was that young man. We'll say bye to Christine. She's on the inside. She'll show you around. Across the street, you'll see the Edison Illuminating Building, the very first power station in Detroit. Henry Ford became an employee there. He was his chief engineer. And you'll also see our Detroit Central Market, built originally in 1880. This was in Detroit at Eastern Market. We just had some music yesterday, and then we're going to be coming up in August and September both. We will have Farmers Market. In August is the weekend of the 17th to 18th, so that'll be the 3rd weekend of August. Our railroad roundhouse now takes us back to the year of 1884 in Marshall, Michigan, on the Detroit, Toledo, and Milwaukee line. Here you would service the steam locomotives, coal, water, and repairs as necessary. This one was originally in Marshall, Michigan, about an hour and a half west of here, and this particular building was built here in 2000. You'll enter the building on the other side, and it's two small doors. That's the entrance area. Behind the trees here is our Living Craftworks area. Stop in and see our master craftsmen, our glass blowers, our potters and decorators, weaving, carding, grist mill, and a beautiful display of glass in the Gershwin, Davidson area. And our working farm district, the Harvey Firestone Farm from Columbiana County, Ohio, is on the Pennsylvania border. Built in 1828, Harvey Firestone was born and raised here. 1868 he was born. He is the founder of the Firestone Rubber and Tire Company. Very good friends, of course, with Henry Ford. This was the last residency to come into the village in 1984. The barn and see our little lambs that have been born this past couple of months. Chickens, turkeys, pigs, cows, and sheep. They go about their daily chores in the house as well as they do out in the field, using and implementing the same equipment from that time period. Whenever you see our signals going here, or even at the front of the village, please, when the signals are going, please do not cross the tracks when they are sounding or lit up. Here or out in the world. Now we're coming back up to the main gated area. This will always take you back to the museum, the parking lot. This is called the Firestone Station. This is where you have entered the village. And we are coming up to the station. Please remain in your seat until we come to a full stop. Once we fully stop, you'll be exiting on your right-hand side at this station. I ask that you please wait for the engineer's whistle. That whistle will signify that we are safe, and you'll be able to exit. Please always check your seat and your floor. Make sure that all of your belongings are going with you. Don't forget anything behind. If you'd like to continue with us, you're more than welcome to stay right here. Kaylee will have the gate open for you.
Well, that's the end of the ride around Greenfield Village. See you on the next video.